So let's draw the diagram quickly. This is A, and here B, C. Now this is 10 4, 10 4, 5, 11, and 20. So this is the circuit given to us. Now I suggest that we make a couple of points more over here, so just that we know what we are talking about. Time is taken equal to x and y. Right? Okay. Now in this one we have to find the current in all the branches. There are so many A, B, B, C, C, B, like that. There are so many. Fine. Okay, we have to find current in the branches of this circuit. But there is one thing that is a little bit different in this circuit. I mean, it can be solved blindly by using Kirchhoff rules directly. Okay, but there is something more here that makes it a bit easier. Look at this. Is that this is 10 ohm and this is 10, and here is 5 and that is 5. Right? So there is a kind of symmetry. Okay. Although this is not a balanced Wheatstone bridge. See, it is a Wheatstone bridge but not balanced. You can check 10 upon 5 2, but 5 upon 10 1. Not clear. So it is a Wheatstone bridge but unbalanced bridge. But there is still some symmetry. So what happens is as follows. Suppose current I1 flows here and I2 flows here. Then over here in A to C also the current I2 will flow, and in B to C the current I1 will flow. That is, I am saying whatever current is here, the same current flows. Okay, I am saying that whatever current flows here, the same current flows here, and similarly in A to D, the same for B2. Now why would it happen like that? I know it's a bit strange to start off, but for a moment, forget about this battery or anything. If it's like this, then whatever comes in from left side will stay here, and then something will happen. It will go combine back towards the right side. Correct? If you would reverse this battery, what would change? Circuit arm to the same. Do you see there is symmetry? Clear or not? Sure. So if you would reverse this, then only one thing will change, and that is direction of current. Understood? So now in this case, current in C to D, if it was like this, current in C to D will flow from here to here, and that will be I1. Same I1 as I was talking about here. Correct or not? Yes. Or not clear? If the battery would have been this way, I1 would flow here. If the battery would have been this way, the I1 would flow from here. But again, like you all said, that the circuit is safe. You know, here it splits into 5 and 10, and similarly here also it splits into 5. That is why even when the battery is like this, current like over here is I1, then by reversing the battery, the only thing that gets reversed is the current direction. So if the battery was this way, I1 would be flowing here, but if the battery is this way, then the I1 would be flowing from D to C. Did you get that? Okay, clear or not clear? Same logic applied to AD and BC. That is, if the battery would be the opposite way, I2 would go there. But if you turn it, then I2 would go from B to C. Clear? So we have already got 4. We have baki now. So let's go to B junction. How is that? How much current flowing this way? I1. How much flowing this way? I2. So what will be flowing here? Going downward, suppose I1 minus I2. Understood? By using Kirchhoff's first. Clear or not clear? No. Suppose you take it upwards, then it will be I2 minus I. Both of them are correct. Downwards I1 upwards I2 minus I. Fine so far? Sure. So that current will flow in here. And then once again at this junction, this current will combine and you get I. So this is over there. Now what would be the current here? Draw the junction A because this current goes to A. Yes or no? So do that. What do you think is the current here? I1 plus I2. Is that clear? I1 plus I2 going upwards. Understood? So here also the same current I1 plus I2 should be flowing in here. All current distributions are clear? Now how to write what we did over here? Finding a one into due to symmetry, current in AB and BC are identical and that in BC and AB are right. एक सेंटेंस में कुछ बताएं. ओके देखो એમ કે અહીંયા 5 ઓહ્મ એટલે 6 આપ્યું હોત તો અને અહીંયા 10 નંબર દેના આપ્યો તો કઈ નહીં તો આ કઈ ન થાય. then you have to do everything from basic. I1 I2 I3 I4 જેટલા આવતા બધા લેવા. ઓકે everything clear? આટલું સમજ પડી ગઈ? ચલો હવે શું કરવાનું? लूप बनाना है. Okay, how many unknowns do you see? Two or three? Two only. I1 and I2. So if the symmetry is you, suppose you would not have taken symmetry. ने बोला example है तो galvanometer और एम 3 unknowns था ना I1 I2 I3. That is tough to solve. This is easier to solve. Okay, understood? कोई मत भी लूप ले सकता है, then you have to solve it. Shall I leave the rest for you? Okay, but one hint again. You should take at least one loop with the battery because current ultimately depends on battery. एक loop battery और एक loop without battery. Got it? Make two equations, solve them, so I get current everywhere. I1 I2 I2 minus I1 J out like. Understood? So rest is very easy. Okay. I'll erase it from here. Okay. Now there is one example about meter bridge that we are going to solve. Example about meter bridge. Example 3.9. In a meter bridge, figure 3.27. So you have to use the figure that is shown in the book on the other side. The null point is found at a distance of 33.7 centimeter from A. So in one case, please draw simple versions of the diagram. Everyone, R is there and S is there, and here is the Y. It's okay if you don't draw the whole thing, this is good enough for us. We will understand. And what they can get in this someday. Okay. So how much length in the first case? 33.7. Everyone got that? Yes? No? Sure? Clear? Or not clear? Okay, from end A. Obviously E will be on this side, E will be on that. If now a resistance of 12 ohm is connected in parallel with X, the null point occurs at 51.9. So this is the figure of case 1, this is figure 1, and this is the figure. for case 2. What are we doing now? Read it carefully. What are we doing? We are connecting a resistance of 12 in parallel with S. What does this mean? Now the new null point is at what length? 51 point. Determine the values of R and S. We have to find what are the two unknown resistances R and S. Let me start. Question तो समझना होता है. We connect R and S, we do experiment, we find null point. याद है वो? कैसे कर रहा है? क्या नहीं याद? Then we say that this is a valence Wheatstone bridge when the current over here is 0. So anybody equation I mean R upon this length will be equal to S upon this length. Clear or not?
Yes.
Sure. Okay. So from figure 1, for case 1 we get an equation. R upon 33.7 is equal to S upon what? 66.3. Clear or not? Yeah, so this will give us a value of R. So what's the value of R? S into 33.7 upon 66.3. It's okay if you don't divide or do anything, you can do it later on. Fine. Simple idea. You all have knowledge of this. There are two unknowns. Which two? R and S. This is fine. Here in this question, R and S both are unknown. So for two unknowns, you need how many equations minimum? Two equations. एक बनी गई है? बीजी equation है क्या? From case 2. So for case 2. What's the change here? What's the twist? R is R, but here in this gap, the meter bridge gap where you have to connect this. It's not just S, but it is 12 and S in parallel. So what would be their equivalent? 12S upon 12S. So do you realize that here the equation should be in 48.1. Understood? Yes or no? And however it is going. When two resistors are in parallel, their short-cut equivalent is R1 R2 upon R1 plus R2. Understood? Or not clear? Now that is connected over there instead of X. Very nice. So this is the first resistance and that is the second one. Clear? So we get this. Fine. Okay. This is the second equation. Can you put R value? What's R value? 33.7 upon 66.3 into S. And then that is divided by 51.9. Okay. Is equal to 12S upon 12 plus S into 48.1. How can I solve it? By putting value of R. Okay, this step we got using first equation. Is there any problem with the concept over here? Anyone? શું વાત છે તમારી? Finished? How many of you have finished? Hurry up, hurry up. There's so much. How did you manage to get S squared? I don't understand. Cancel S. You can cancel S. Makes it very easy. Zero तो नहीं जो है, of course. You can cancel it. Cancel the pay. I know like कुछ नहीं. पलक ने न था तो मन मजा. 15.6. बुकમાં તો 13 પોઈન્ટ એવું કઈ એક્ઝેક્ટ આવે થોડો ફરક પડશે પણ 13.47 અહીંયા વચ્ચે પ્લસ જ પછી શું કર્યું ઓલી બાજુ કે એસ એસ કટ કર્યું બરાબર નહીં ક્યાં કર્યું this is death by calculator હાથે કરીને કેલ્ક્યુલેટર યુઝ કરીને મોટો આન્સર લેવો એને ડિવાઇડ જ ન કરાય આ જે છે ને બધી અમને રાખી દે અને આ તો અહીંયા મલ્ટીપ્લાય કર્યું 48.1 अच्छा तो 33.7 upon 66.3 0.009 में क्या ओके वेल कैलकुलेशन तो चले तो तुम्हारे करना पड़ता है तो मैं आई विल नॉट बी एबल टू हेल्प यू आउट विद दैट इन एग्जाम्स एट लीस्ट okay rest is for you to finish okay now if it's pending please do it later so let's focus on the next thing and that is potential. Okay, next thing is potential. So, what's a potentiometer? It's a device that is used to measure primarily potential difference. But it's very versatile. It's got more usage is that. But primarily, it can measure potential difference. Okay. Now, first of all, we understand how it works or why does it work the way it works. Basically, this is just a simple version of the circuit. Okay. Suppose this is a long uniform wire tube. It is called the potentiometer wire. It is called potentiometer wire, which is a uniform of some length. this here, we connect a cell of EMF epsilon 0, and then there is some variable resistance. When we do an arrow like this indicates variable. So many વસ્તુમાં arrow કરો એટલે variable. Understood? આ બધાને બહુ કંઈ કામ છે. And there is a key to turn it on and off. It is basically switch it on off or it's fine. You see, this is a loop. I've drawn a loop, rectangular loop. This is called the primary loop of potentiometer or primary circuit of potentiometer. And this cell is called primary cell of potentiometer. Okay, this cell is called primary cell of potentiometer. And nomenclature, the over question में लगे तो तुमने समझ जाओगे यार. Okay, because there are more cells coming up. Where will current flow? If you have only this one, start from here, 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 and closing this, and when the understood? Okay. So that's the whole idea, right? This loop is called primary loop or primary circuit of the potential. And this cell which is in the primary loop is called fine. Okay. What's the purpose of this resistance? It is generally to keep current less. Above current flow, damage. So if we connect extra resistance, the current will always remain less. Do we have to change it while doing experiment of potentiometer? No, never. Or they take current by the experiment. Right? Once you start an experiment, you should not touch it. So it's generally a constant. Nevertheless. Now, how to use this and what's the logic behind it?
Sir, તમે કીધું કે રેઝિસ્ટન્સ કોન્સ્ટન્ટ રાખો તો વેરિયેબલ રેઝિસ્ટન્સ કેમ હોય?
Yes, depending on requirement, we change it. But once you start an experiment, you don't change it until you finish the experiment. You understand what I'm saying? Suppose you do an experiment, but you are not getting a result. Then you are getting an error, or you are not satisfied with the accuracy of the result. So you want to repeat that. So next time you can change it to more or less. It does have some practical effects, right? Okay. Generally, then if you increase this, the instrument becomes more sensitive. If you decrease this, the instrument becomes less sensitive. Right? So this is primarily just to basically just to control the current. In some usages, we need more current, then we will make this small. If you need less current to flow, you make this high. So you don't change this while you are doing the experiment. That's the thing, right? Although it is a variable, but you don't change this. No level the doesn't make it. You understand variable means what? When you will change. But so you can't take it. Okay. Now how does this work? So think about it that if it's a uniform wire or a uniform wire, if current flowing is I, between any 2 points, the potential difference is V equal to I what? And there is nothing extraordinary about this. But I can be written as rho L by K, where L is the length of wire between those points. બાકી બધા વેરીએબલ તમને ખબર છે જેમ કઈ લોકલ કે so between any two points, like for example one here and one here, any, right? If I want to find what the voltage between this point and this point, then that voltage will be V equal to I into R, but R will not be the resistance all the way from A to B. R will only be the resistance of that portion. You understand that? Or not clear? Because basically this whole wire has some resistance. The resistance is everywhere. So between this point and this point, if there is some resistance R, then you can write V equal to I into rho L by A. So ultimately, if current I is flowing same everywhere, if it's a uniform wire, then A is same everywhere, rho is also same everywhere. Then that would be V is proportional to clear. Then that would be V is proportional to L. Understood? Look at it. Or a uniform wire, potential gradient is constant. Phi of potential gradient phi is constant. Okay, and phi equal to V by L, or conversely V is proportional to L. This thing that we have written here, and words માં લખો એટલે એને કહેવાય potential gradient is constant and potential difference between 2 points is proportional to their distance. Proportional to their distance. Potential difference between 2 points is proportional to their distance. Done. समझानो है कि नॉर्मल कर तो लेगा potential difference between 2 points that is voltage V is proportional to their distance, right, or to the distance between them. This box that we have written, this whole thing is called potentiometer principle. What is it called? Potentiometer principle, principle of potentiometer. This sentence is what is used everywhere in potential. Right? આની પરથી બધું logic છે potentiometer. કંઈ પણ use કરવાનું. This is the meaning. You might be wondering what is the meaning of potential gradient. I think I have mentioned this in the past. I'll just repeat. Gradient always means change of some quantity per unit distance. As formula gradient is definition. Potential gradient means change of potential, like voltage divided by length. Understood? Potential gradient means change of potential means voltage divided by everything clear? Okay, word मतलब तो what is definition of potential gradient? Potential difference per unit length is called potential gradient. Potential difference per unit length. Fine. Okay. Well, so that's the basics. Like it is, okay. So you can write potentiometer principle. Now, there are two basic uses of potentiometer that we are going to learn. Okay. First of all, I am going to draw simple diagrams and I am going to explain the concept. Book my diagram they are quite complicated. They are not wrong. What I am going to draw is also not wrong. But the way it has been given in the book, it's like practical. That is, practically when you want to do it, you have to follow it that. But right now we just want to discuss the idea. Very easy. Draw simple diagrams. Okay, the first use of potentiometer. First use. Number 1. To measure or compare EMF of cells. To measure or compare EMF of So what do we do? We suppose there is a cell whose EMF we want to measure, epsilon. That's what we want to measure. What we'll do is we will connect it like this over here, positive on this side, same as this singular or the side. So positive on this side, positive on this side. Okay, both connected. From over here we connect the gather. And then once again, like it was in meter bridge, there is a sliding contact over here. Do you understand? There is a sliding. બહુ બધા ડાયાગ્રામ ડ્રો કરવાના છે આમાં. તમે સ્કેલ લેવાથી કરશો તો મારી સાથે નહીં રહેતા. To be very clear. બરાબર? અત્યારે રફમાં ડ્રો કરો તો કરી લો, પછી ઘરે જઈને કોપી કરો તો કરી દેજો. Okay? So we do it this way. પહેલા હું તમને સમજાવી દઉં શું છે. લવ શું બસ. And on this wire we slide this contact until we find the null point. That's called an N1. શું કર્યું? I'll repeat what. આ તો બધું on જ છે ભલે. We connect something from here. We connect a galvanometer. A cell is there. Cell's positive is on this side. Is it okay? અને અહીંયા connect કરતા. And then we slide it until we find some point where this galvanometer shows zero current. So this point is called null point. Same idea as meter bridge. Use current method same method. Is that clear? And let's say this length from A to N1 is L. Now, one thing that is different here and in meter bridge is that in meter bridge the wire is only 1 meter long, fixed resistance. But in potentiometer, it's not like that. Potentiometer wire can be 1 meter long, can be 50 centimeter long, can be 10 meters long also. Understood? Okay. So if this is L1, I don't know what's the remaining. In fact, we don't even care. Whatever it is. Understood so far? The null point length is L1. A is current. Now if there is current 0 here, how will current flow? Current I will flow here, here, here. It will reach A. Then where will it go? It will go out. અહીંયા જંકશન છે ને, આમે જવાય આમે જવાય. Yes or no? Then will current go out? Yes or no? અહીંયા current split થાય કે નહીં? થોડો કામ દે કે ન થાય? Okay, let's see what will happen. If you think that some current will flow up, let's say 1 ampere for example. 1 ampere અહીંયા જશે. અહીંયા તો આમાંથી જાય. But here the current is 0. So if it's 0 here, it's 0 here, it's 0 here, it's 0 here, and it's 0 here. Did you understand? Yes or no? So how much current flows here? I equal to 0. Nothing will go. Clear? Nothing will go in that part. અહીંયા કઈ current જ flow નહીં. Understood? Or not understood? Because if it would flow here, then the same current has to flow here also. But અહીંયા the current 0. So અહીંયા 0. Got it? No current is flowing anywhere in this. See the magic. Is it connected? Yes. Still current is not flowing. એવું નથી કે અહીંયા કોન્ટેક્ટ નથી, બરાબર જ છે, સર્કિટ લગાડેલી જ છે, but still current is not flowing. Is potentiometer to help it. Okay, now what to do with this? If current is not flowing in this cell, then that is called which condition? If through a cell current doesn't flow, it is okay. Steady state. Steady no meaning constant current. If current is 0 in a cell, what is it called? Ideal cell. Ideal cell for current 0 તો કરવાનું શું છે? Open circuit condition. याद आयो कि नहीं? Open circuit condition when I is equal to 0. भूल गया था ने? याद है ने? In open circuit condition I is 0 and what is equal to what? V is equal to epsilon. Consequently, V is equal to epsilon. Fine. Everyone gets that? So is potentiometer from A. बराबर? હવે description આપું છું. Now this description is keeping in mind the diagram drawn in the book. પણ હું તમને પછી ડ્રો કરીશ ત્યારે બધું સમજાવું તો આવી જશે. Okay, so for the time being we will just continue writing it as if you have to write it in coding. All right, let's start. So using a two-way switch, cells epsilon 1 and epsilon 2 are connected to point A on potentiometer Y. The galvanometer is connected to their negative end of the negative terminal, and then to sliding contact or jockey on the potentiometer Y. Have you understood what we have described? A two-way switch or nahi samjha, I can understand. Leave it for the time being. But your diagram just so basically what have we done? We have connected this point A with the cell. સમજવા માટે આ ડાયાગ્રામ જોજો. તો ઓલા માં તમને એવું થશે કે આટલું બધું શું આવ્યું. Not tough though, but first this is easy to understand. AJ, then we are connected with a cell with epsilon 1, okay, EMF, and then to galvanometer whose other end is connected with the sliding contact. Fine, non-particular with epsilon 1 connected, we find null point n1 at length or at distance L1 from end A. So what are we describing? We are describing the procedure. What the procedure? And side current. And to find what? To find the null point. What are we calling that null point? N1. When epsilon 1 is connected, we call the null point N1. Did you get that? Yes or no? And it is at what distance? L1. Now let's write some relays. As no current flows through epsilon 1, that is no current flows through the first set. We call it the first set. It is in open circuit condition. It is in open circuit condition. So we will have epsilon 1 is equal to VAN1, and that will be equal to 5. આ equation ટૂંકમાં ડાયરેક્ટલી નથી. I've been able to write it directly. બહુ easy છે યાર. આ લોકો અમુક વખતે એટલું બકવાસ રીતે લખીને આપે છે. Look at this. AN1 आप the point છે. Do you realize that it is in parallel with this set? You might be seeing a galvanometer. I know galvanometer is there in between, but galvanometer, even if it has a resistance, there is no current flowing here. So, AB point and AB point to parallel man. Does that make sense? So, if this is in parallel with this, then what should we say? Voltage is same, correct or not? So, ano je voltage, ava ina no voltage. So that's why VAN1 should be same as epsilon 1. Is epsilon 1 a voltage or is it EMF? but in open circuit condition terminal voltage અહીંયા જે વોલ્ટેજ આવે શું કે ટર્મિનલ વોલ્ટેજ that terminal voltage is same as EM સમજ પડી કે નહીં so that's why epsilon 1 is same as Vn ખબર પડે ન ખબર પડી sure epsilon 1 which is terminal voltage of this cell is same as this okay so epsilon 1 which is Vn1 will be equal to pi into L1 આ ક્યાં છે
Phi is V.
book मांगे दे लोग से using Kirchhoff law or rules हम लोग ने first of all let's say go from this to this to this तो पहला minus epsilon naught do you understand પછી અહીંયા resistance માં કઈ નહીં no because current is not flowing પછી અહીંયા આવો n સુધી આવી ગયા અહીંયા galvanometer છે એમાંય કઈ નહીં because current is not flowing હવે અહીંયા n1 થી આ બિંદુ જવાનું so we should write plus I into r a n1 did you understand એનો ખબર પડી કેમ કે પ્લસ છે opposite to that number and you have come back to it so that's why I into r a n1 શું થાય Vn1 થાય ને સીધે તે લખો ને કે આ ને આ બે પેરેલલ માં છે તો તેનો વોલ્ટેજ કેમ જ આવે understood or not clear everyone બુક માં તો કઈ લખ્યું ને એમાં સીધું જ આમ જ લખ્યું છે પણ જો એ તો જોઈ લો હા લખ્યું છે સમજાયો સુધરી ગયા So they have said that VAN1, the voltage between A and 1 is pi L1. You very clear. They got it. But already, I repeat. I into R is the voltage. Voltage between 2 points is equal to phi into L. You have the potentiometer basic idea. And I will give potentiometer principle. Voltage between 2 points A and N1 will be phi into L. Already there. Oh. So this is what we have for the first. Call the equation 1. However, you derive. Now, if this is for the first step, if we repeat the procedure for the second step, what do you be going open? I'm saying if we repeat the procedure for second step, तो क्या करें? एकदम सादी poor man's method. अब बंद कर देना अंतरना करूँ इन जगह है second step लगा देना. Yes or no? Or problem yes or no so ready then pacho hawan karna and now it works will this be the same null point no it's a different cell the null point might be different gamme jaye વાંધો નહીં हम કરીને null point ને find કરો suppose now the new null point is not here but here understood yes or no at what length let's say L2 ready no ready sure absolutely again as you say if you play on paper and then start the card in pin लगा दे પછી switch ચાલુ કરે easy to do is it હવે લખો now using two-way switch epsilon 1 is disconnected while epsilon 2 is connected procedure is repeated to find what new null point to find null point n2 at distance L from A આ સમજાઈ ગયો સેન્ટેન્સ completely ignore two-way switch તમે ખાલી એના પછીનું જ વાંચો તો સમજાઈ જશે epsilon 1 is disconnected and epsilon 2 is connected કે તે કનેક્ટ બીજ લગાડી simple okay and now we find a new null point at a distance L2 not L1 તો એના માટે શું આવે epsilon 2 equal to phi into L જે મામા આવ્યો એવા પાછળ કમ્પી વાળો છે got it or not clear sure પડ્યું ને આ બધું ખબર પડી જાય છે બધી વસ્તુ રિલેટ કરી શકા સેમ મેથડ હતી કઈ નહીં પહેલા જે કર્યું હતું એ કરવાનું એટલે phi2 equal to sorry epsilon2 equal to phi12 call this equation 2 अच्छा હવે શું can we compare them easily yes divide equation so by dividing equation we get epsilon 1 upon epsilon 2 is equal to L1 upon બરાબર કીધું ને તમે એટલે બધા ડાયાગ્રામ ડ્રો નહીં કરશો તેથી તો આ અને હવે બુકમાં જ આપ્યો છે એ ડ્રો કરો one thing that we should address before we go on to that તમને કદાચ એવું હોય કે પોટેન્શિયોમીટર પ્રિન્સિપલ તો આવી રીતે આપણે ડિરાઈવ કર્યું yes or no અમે કેવું ડિરાઈવ આમાં કેવું તો પછી અહીંયા આટલું બધું લગાડીએ એટલે કઈ ફરક ન પડે તો બધું એમને જ રહે Does it make a difference or not? Does it make a difference or not? No. If this was not connected, current was not going over there. Now, even if it is connected, and when we are talking about null point, anyways, the current is not going over there. So that's why potentiometer can actually be only used when we are finding the null point. In our case, when we use it, no current. Did you understand? Okay. હવે bookનો diagram જોઈએ સમજાવી દો પછી બોલું. And that's what you have to draw in exam, board exam. બાકી solve કરો questions ગમે ત્યારે. તો એટલું બધું કરવા બેસો તો question solve કરવાનું તો બાજુ પર રહી જશે. ખબર નહીં પડે શું કે. Okay, when you are solving question, draw this simple diagram. And when you have to write answer in exam, derivation કરવાનું હોય ને ત્યારે એ diagram draw કરજો બાકી નહીં કરતા કોઈ દિવસ. Here we go. First of all, there is a cell. A variable resistance epsilon 0 के जे लेके बुकમાં તમે લખજો સિમ્પલ કે યાદ ન રાખવાનું but thank you primary but here now the wire actually potentiometer wire can be or typically is 4 meters long typically it is 4 meters long okay straight રાખે તો ટેબલ કેવડું મોટું છે 4 meter long a room જેવડું થાય અડધું અહીંયા સુધી આવી જાય right so it's very inconvenient so what do we do અહીંયા point A અહીં wire start થાય this પછી અહીંયા copper plate મૂકીને એને fold કરીને પાછો આમાં પાછી copper plate મૂકીને fold કરીને પાછો આમાં આ dotted છે ને wire છે you get that yes or no yes એટલે એવી રીતે રાખવાનું so that even if the wire is long you can do it this આટલું સમજ પડી ગઈ suppose here is P this is primary looks like primary got a plastic circuit બરાબર ને પહેલા કેવી primary circuit draw કરી દીને હવે કેવી draw કરી જો તો ખરા જરા got it the એક જ right now what about comparing them a point થી આમ સાઈડ માં અહીંયા switch two way switch નો મીનિંગ શું હોય આમ કરો તો આ કનેક્ટ થાય ઓલી બાજુ ઓલું કનેક્ટ easy to understand this way for that right so there is a metal rod and a metal pin rod આમ ટચ કરો તો ઓલી બાજુ જાય આમ કરો તો આમ so first of all one is connected over pedia and then over here a cell CDMF epsilon 1 internal resistance R1 there પછી એ આ બાજુ but right now I am showing the diagram for one connected and two not connected આ ખબર પડી ગઈ એટલું પછી અહીંયા નેગેટિવ એન્ડ થી ગેલ્વેનોમીટર કનેક્ટ અને પછી અહીંથી વાયર આમ કરીને ત્યાં સ્લાઇડ કરવાનું બે સર્કિટ એક વચ્ચે આ સમજાણો કે ના સમજાણો when it's like this one is connected જ્યારે one નું કામ પતી જાય null point આવી જાય એટલે આમાં લેન્થ કઈ રીતે મેટર થાય આમ પછી આમ પછી આમ પછી આમ ઓકે ઓર નોટ ઓકે one નું કામ થઈ જાય તો આમ કરી નાખવાનું પછી સેકન્ડ મેથડ ડાયાગ્રામ ક્લિયર આવું ડ્રો કરે સોલ્વ કરવા માટે જરાય નહીં કોઈ ખબર ન પડે તો શું કરવાનું ઓલરાઈટ ફાઇન so that's it about